everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is my first ever YouTube channel as a mum to be, and I'm so excited to start this channel and share my entire life with you all. Obviously, since I found out I was pregnant, I've been documenting my pregnancy journey literally straight from the get-go, all the way up to the stage of my pregnancy now, which is 36 weeks. So obviously this time next month I will be a mum, which is absolutely crazy. So I thought, right, it's time to start YouTube. So many people have asked me to do this, and I feel like it's just going to be an amazing way to continue sharing my life and my journey as a mum, as well as to give advice for those who are pregnant, and we can learn together. Like, I'm going to make so many mistakes, I already have. The amount of times I get told off on TikTok on a daily basis is a joke. But anyway, this is a pregnancy Q&A. Everyone has asked me questions over on my Instagram story. I've literally been asked hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of questions. So I'm going to hand over my phone to Larenzo. He is behind the camera, and he's just going to ask about 20 of them. But before we get into it, I do want to make a quick disclaimer. In no way, shape or form am I telling you what to do. I am not qualified to give any advice or any healthcare or anything. So please just take what I say as a pinch of salt and understand this is from my personal experience, and everything stated in this video is from my own experience and it's my opinion.
Did you and Larenzo want a boy or a girl?
Oh, see, we weren't bothered either way, like boy or girl, and we are extremely happy that we're having a little girl. Obviously, I think Larenzo would have been even more happy with a boy, but I feel like that's just a lad thing, innit? Like, all lads want a son.
Yeah, true.
And yeah.
Right, next question.
Get down.
This one's a good one.
Go on.
What's the hardest thing about pregnancy?
The hardest part has probably, it's been the end of it for me. Like, the past week especially, I feel like it's just hit me like a ton of bricks all at once, to the point where, like, the weight of my bump is affecting my legs. I can't sit up without needing Larenzo to like launch me up. I can't put my own shoes on. I got angry before I dashed my trainers at the wall, did I? I was getting so pissed off that, because I'm so used to doing everything for myself, and I'm so used to doing like loads of different things. But now, the last 4 weeks, I just can't do anything. So I think that's what's been the most frustrating thing for me.
I'm 20 weeks and need opinions on boyfriends going clubbing whilst pregnant.
Okay, so clubbing whilst pregnant. For me personally, I believe it just shouldn't be a thing. Larenzo has been out
Twice.
No, I was going to say 3 times. He's been out a few times throughout me being pregnant.
I've only been to the club once though. Like, I've been for drinks. Like, when me and Griffin went for drinks, do you know what I mean? Like,
Your FaceTime me in a club.
No, not with Griffin. That was in Gay Village.
We'll have this conversation. Anyway, he went out a few times throughout my pregnancy. I don't agree with it. That's my personal opinion, and some of you are probably thinking, oh, you're psycho. I don't give a shit. I'm carrying a baby, and I don't want to, I don't know, I'm just against it personally. But obviously everyone's entitled to their own opinions. Everyone's relationships are different. But it's a no from me, and that's all I'm saying. Bitch needs a toilet.
No, you've been loads. Come on.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Come on. Will you be vlogging your birth?
Yes. That's all I'm saying. Yes. Obviously, you're not going to see me bits and bobs. They're staying well hidden, don't worry. But yeah, I'm going to vlog my birth.
Yeah.
Dogs, eh?
Right. So did you do that last question?
No.
So I re-ask it. What are you most scared about becoming a new mom?
Oh yeah, right, so at this moment in time I'm not actually scared of anything, considering it is literally round the corner. And I do feel like so many people for this video are going to hate me because I'm just, I don't know. I feel like I'm very laid back considering I'm going to have a human being. Excuse me? But honestly, I've just not allowed myself to overthink it, because at the end of the day, it's human nature, and what's gonna be is gonna be. Do you know what I mean? Like, I winged my entire pregnancy, and I ain't done too bad, if I do say so myself. So I'm just gonna see what happens, and I've got an amazing family around me and friends as well. So if I'm stuck with something, or I'm lost with something, or if I just don't know what to do, I've got help. Do you know what I mean? So yeah.
Was you nervous to tell your family?
I was shitting myself, weren't we? We was shitting bricks. I can't even. Oh my god. So I will insert the clip here of us telling my family. We were so nervous. Obviously, bearing in mind we hadn't been together that long, really, when you think about it.
How long was it? It's a good like
6 months.
6 months.
5, 6 months. That's quite. It is quite quick. But anyway, so basically, we went to my mum and dad's expecting. Oh my god, sorry. All of my family to be there, but Lily and Callum weren't there, so we had no choice. Like, we just physically couldn't not tell them as soon as we walked through that door. Yeah. So I sat down and we were like, right, we brought you presents, and then we told my mum and dad. Oh, Ella already knew. And then Lily and Callum came back and we told them separately, but you'll see in the TikTok video anyway.
Is the Junama Pram you have small in real life, or is it big? I'm waiting for one.
I think it's really big. Well, not really big, like it's a decent size.
Perfect.
It's perfect, yeah. I would highly recommend it, honestly. The amount of hate that we've got for getting a white pram is a bit of a joke, but if you're thinking of getting a white pram, the Junama Pram, which we have for our little girl, it's unreal, and it comes that style of pram alone comes in 10 different colours. Like, they even do orange, they do blue, gold, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Black, they do it so many, and honestly, it is beautiful. Like, I've never seen a pram like it. And the material as well, easy wipeable, easy to clean. Like, you can wipe it. It isn't a fabric which you couldn't.
It comes with all the accessories, don't it?
Yeah, well, if you go on the website, you've got to add them on.
Yeah.
Like, there's different like packages or bundles or something. But if you are interested, I'll leave the link in the bio if you're interested in looking at that pram.
Yeah. Will your boyfriend be in the room when you deliver?
Yes, Larenzo will be in the room when I'm giving birth. Obviously, I think a few weeks ago I was live and he said he didn't want to be.
I was a bit hesitant.
Yeah, he was like, obviously it is a bit of a weird situation to be in, and that is understandable, and everyone seems to be so triggered by it, like, oh my god, yeah. Why does he not want to be at the birth, thinking it's a really deep thing.
I just didn't want to faint.
Yeah.
Like, if I saw that, I'd be passed out.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realise you can stand at the top part and then obviously...
Yeah, like, he didn't realise he doesn't need to see, you know.
How did you feel when you found out you was pregnant?
Honest to God, I didn't know what to do with myself. Like, I didn't expect it at all. And don't get me wrong, in the past I've done tests just to make sure. Like, I'm never on time for my period. And this one time, I was one day late, and I just saw the test in the corner of my eye in the shop, and I just had this gut feeling to just get one. Like, I didn't even think deep into it, and I got back, did the test, and I was like, okay.
How do you go about getting scans when you first find out you're pregnant?
So, when you first find out you're pregnant, obviously you do get your scans with the NHS, if you're based in the UK, that is. So, what I did was I rang up my GP, let them know I was pregnant, and then they gave me a number to ring in regards to pregnancy at the hospital.
It was triage,
I don't know
wasn't
that. No, it weren't triage.
Oh,
It potentially could have been the antenatal day unit. I don't know, but anyway, if you speak to your GP, they'll refer you on to whoever you need to speak to, and then depending on how far you are, they'll ask you when was the last time. Oh, how do you word this? When was the last time you basically had the first day of your period? And then they work out then how many weeks you technically are. So obviously on my test it said 1 to 2 weeks when I was positive, and then I rang up and they worked me out to be 4 weeks. So I was like, ooh, 2 weeks ahead of schedule. We've literally had so many scans throughout the pregnancy, like we just keep booking. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. We just kept booking them, and the most recent scan was a 4D scan, and that was that LJ pregnancy, I think it's called. I'll tag them down below. Any companies that I speak about, by the way, I'll tag down below if you're interested. But honestly, how amazing were those photos?
oh, yeah,
The 4D scan at
give us
LJ
the
pregnancy.
USB stick.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
got a USB with the videos on, the photos. Oh my god, it was amazing. And the lady was so lovely as well.
I think every time we've gone for a private scan, we always get the bear with.
Oh, we get everything, don't we?
Yeah.
We literally go into, right, let's not buy anything this time. We have to come home with a heartbeat bear.
How do you deal with stress whilst pregnant?
Not very well.
Well, no.
I don't know. Like, it depends on what stress it is. Like, there's different stresses. I feel like I've got stress,
Today.
obviously, today.
Throwing your shoes at the wall.
Yeah, like, stress as in stress in my relationship, stress with work, stress with family. Like, obviously, pregnancy stress. Like, throughout my pregnancy, there's been different things I've been stressed about. So each thing I've had to deal with differently. Like, work, for example, was getting too much, so I hired somebody to help me. Like, when we've had stress, by the way, before I was like, oh, they argue. You're telling me you don't argue with your partner, do you know what I mean?
Especially whilst pregnant.
Like, whilst you're pregnant as well, hormones are everywhere. Boyfriends need to adapt to the pregnancy situation. Boyfriends go clubbing.
I've been twice. Yeah.
Like this, I don't know. I like to have baths. Baths isn't the main one for like physical stress. Like
A lot of the time you just go and like chill out in bed. don't you?
yeah, I just like take myself off and spend time by myself, or I go to see my sisters. I just take myself off, don't I?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like time, I love time on my own, don't I? Like, when I'm in a bad mood or stress, I love just being on my own.
Was you on any protection?
No. People are going to be like, why? I'll explain why. So basically, if you don't know, when I was 16, I was bedbound with something called ME. And it was... don't quote me on this pronunciation, but it's myalgic encephalomyelitis or something, but it's called ME for short. And basically, there's one doctor called Dr. Perrin, and he's based in Prestwich, Manchester, if anybody is interested or needs to speak to someone about it. As when I put it on my story the other day, so many more people have come and been like, Ruby, I have that, and I was like, whoa. I didn't realise how common it was. But basically, there's this one doctor called Dr. Perrin, and he's based in Prestwich in Manchester, and he is the only doctor I will ever trust in my entire life, and to this day it's the only doctor I've actually believed in and trusted. And to cut a long story short, he helped me and made me better. And he asked me when I went for a checkup a year ago now, maybe. We'd only been together a couple of months in it when I went. No, maybe not. Oh, I don't know. Some point last year, I went to him for a yearly checkup thing that I've got to do. And he went, "You want contraception?" I was like, "Yeah." And he went, "What you want?" I went, "The Yasmin pill." He went, "Get off it." So I was like, okay. And me being me, just took that literal and didn't get anything else. And then yeah, now we've got a baby on the way. But so I mentioned the Esmond pill on my story. Everyone is completely different. Everyone's bodies are different. Please don't just come off the pill unless you want to. But like, if you're worried about what contraception you're on or have any concerns or anything like that, please speak to a medical professional. I ain't a medical professional, and I'm promoting being safe with sex. And
how soon after having your baby girl would you want another, if you do want any more?
I don't think I can answer that until she's here. Obviously we're still young, we've still got loads planned that we're going to still do with a baby, which some people are going to think you're off your head, mate. Like, what are you doing? Sure. Like, we've got so much planned, so if it happens, it happens. But I feel like I do want them semi-close in age. Like, me and my sister's like there's 2 or 3 years in between. Well, I'm 22, Lily's 19, Ella's nearly 17. It's like, that's how close me and my sisters are, and I would like that as well with our little
like
girl.
a couple of years in between.
Yeah, so not straight away.
Yeah.
But obviously if it happens, it happens. But I don't know. I'm not really bothered. I don't know. It is what it is, isn't it? Keep popping them out. Carry on.
I've got blonde hair, but I'm scared to dye it. I'm 24 weeks pregnant. Do you know if it's safe or not?
I'm not 100% sure on the like health regulations of it, but what I do know, or what I've been told anyway, is as long as it doesn't touch your scalp, I'm pretty sure you're alright. So like, for example, I'm not tinting my eyebrows because it touches my skin. I don't know if you can or can't, but that's just for me personally. I've just not done like tinting my eyebrows. And I don't get I don't get like colour, I get highlights. So it just goes to the root, like it doesn't touch my head. But I'd speak to someone about that, because I don't want to say yeah or no, but I've been doing it. And I know as well, actually, I saw there was a question, which I'll follow on from that. Somebody asked me, they're worried about, oh, I think, did she say that she had hate for getting her hair done or something? I've not had any hate, but at the end of the day, you do you. It's your body, it's your pregnancy. If you want to get your hair done, you get your hair done. But in regards to like if it's safe, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't had any issues.
Well, we'll have to see.
We'll have to wait for she'll come out with a bloody weave.
Do you plan on getting epidural?
Right, so epidural is a form of pain relief, if I'm right.
Should I Google it?
I think it is a pain. I think it's like the strongest pain relief you can have in labour. I think it's an injection in your spine, maybe. Honestly, if I'm in pain, whatever they offer me, I'll take it. Hands up. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want to enjoy birth as much as I possibly can, and if they give me something or offer me something even, I'm taking it.
What advice would you give to other expecting mums?
My best advice for expecting mums is try your best to enjoy it. Don't listen to anyone's, like, you'll probably you'll more than likely experience people who are already mums telling you how to be a mum, and you're not even a mum yet. Like, just understand that it's your journey, you do you, and try and not deep it, because at the end of the day, this is what I've been telling myself, like, obviously with birth, at the end of the day, they've got to come out either way, so I've not even thought about birth really. And just try and enjoy it. Like, it's natural, it's exciting, you're gonna have your own mini me. Well, you're not gonna have a mini me, looking for you. You're gonna have a mini you, do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's crazy, but a really, really positive crazy. Just enjoy it.
What are you calling the baby?
A name. People will be very surprised though, by the way, I think.
Sex life during pregnancy and then this emoji.
That emoji. Friend of a wondering. Sex life during pregnancy is non-existent for me. No, it's not non-existent, but it's not as active.
Towards the end, it's hard. Like.
Yeah, no, it is right. So I'll expand on that a little bit. At the start, it was like normal.
Yeah, we was getting.
By the way, I'm gonna branch off to a few different things here. I was speaking to Georgina about this when I was having my lashes done before. Really random, I know. But for us personally, at the start, normal, would you say?
7 times a week.
Oh my god,
Jiggy,
14.
jiggy.
I'm joking. I'm giving myself the ick, mate. No. So at the start, pretty normal. Towards the end,
I'd say
no,
that.
midway, Larenzo didn't want it as much. I did, and at the time I was like, why? I was like, why don't you want to have sex with me? And I was thinking, is it because I'm fat? Is it this and that? And all these things was like bombarding me. And I went in a few moods of your dinner. Like I was like, it didn't really affect me, but it kind of upset me a bit. But then towards the end now, he wants it. I'm like, I cannot be fucking asked. I'm like, get away from me. Oh, but also as well, if you're in the same position as me, as in like, or even if you're a lad watching this and like you go, like it could be either way. It doesn't have to be the same way as me and Larenzo. But like, speak to your partner about how you're feeling, because we did, and we kind of came to an agreement.
When did you start to buy everything in? I'm 20 weeks pregnant and I feel like I have nothing.
I think we bought a few bits when we first found out. When I say a few, it was a few until about
The first thing you
weeks,
bought, the first thing you bought was a Burberry bib, which isn't even going to be used until she can start feeding herself.
No, that wasn't the first thing.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I'm sure it was, because you went to Selfridges with Ella.
Oh, it might have been.
Can you remember?
It might have been.
It was only cheap. It was like 40 quid for a, well, no, that's expensive for a bib, but like.
I thought it might have been. I don't know. Honestly, I would say. How many weeks was I in Madeira? Like 22? 24?
You still had a lot before you went Madeira.
Yeah, but I'd say from that point on,
It got hectic.
we went crazy.
Well, no, to be fair, we didn't really get the essentials until just before we moved here. 'Cause we had it flat packed.
So like we've always been buying clothes whenever we're out and about in it.
Yeah.
Like if you see something, we're like, oh, she looks like this is so cute. I think it was when we found out the gender. That's when we went.
Yeah.
Like we were like, right, we can buy
Because
pink.
you wanted to do a room straight away, didn't you?
Yeah, and then since we've moved into this apartment in Manchester, over the past couple of weeks, that's when we started getting like the main things, like
Essentials.
the essentials, like the prep machine, the sterilizer which you're balancing on, and all of that stuff. So just don't rush it. Like just take your time. Obviously, there's a point where you do need to be organised, probably, but just as long as you're happy with being like laid back about it, then there's no rush.
Biggest regret during your pregnancy?
My biggest regret during pregnancy?
I know. When we went to Anglesey and you ate that steak.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was probably one of the worst regrets. Yeah, I ate a bloody steak, and obviously I thought one time won't hurt. Would not recommend it. I was throwing up for days, but like violently, non-stop, weren't I? And another thing which I regret, this is such a Ruby comment, and when my dad's watching this now, he's gonna think, all right, okay. You know, it won't. Anyway, I regret allowing certain people to be friends with me through my pregnancy, but then I'm not friends with them no more. I regret allowing them to be part of my pregnancy when they don't deserve it.
What does the weight of your stomach feel like by that? I mean, is it heavy and do you feel it?
Over the past week, I've literally, my belly, everything has just, I feel like I've tripled in size, and I didn't think I could get any bigger, and the weight of my belly is really starting to affect my legs. Like my knees are killing. I keep complaining to Larenzo about my feet are sore, my knees, everything is just aching like a bitch. I can't even explain, and it's just, the weight's only just been an issue recently. So,
are you nervous about giving birth?
not yet. I'm not nervous about birth as of yet. I haven't allowed myself to kind of think about it, and I know people like, oh, you need to know what you're doing, all this, because I've just got myself in the mindset that, like, at the end of the day, she's got to come out either way, whether that is a vaginal birth, whether that is a C-section, whether I need to be induced, whatever that may be, she's got to come out. So I'm trying to not allow myself to stress about it or overthink it, because if I don't want to have my heart set on a plan and it not go to plan and then me be gutted about it. So I'm just gonna take it by ear, really. So that is the end of my pregnancy Q&A. I just wanted to say a massive thank you if you're still watching this to the end. I feel like I've spoke about so much, and I hope that you've learned something. I hope that you've got some advice if you're pregnant or you're trying for a baby or you're a mum yourself. So I will be doing a part 2. I don't know when as of yet, as I've got other videos planned that I'm going to be doing for you. But if you do have any other questions, make sure that you do follow my Instagram, because that is where I'll be putting all the Q&A boxes on for future videos. And yeah, if you have any other ideas for videos or anything that you want to see on my channel, comment them down below and I'll see what I can do. Please make sure that you have subscribed to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.